Welcome back to another episode of Peas in a Podcast.
Welcome.
Moya, are you excited to be here?
I'm so excited. I'm giddy. I'm jiggy.
Actually really excited because our last episode was virtual.
Girl, yeah, it was virtual.
Moya and I, we've realized that we love the in-person. Being able to, feel our feet.
Yeah.
Feel our energy. But we're
The footsies. Sorry.
But we're so excited to be here because we are having a conversation about finding ourselves. We're talking about our self-love journey, getting more confident and getting more confident in who we are.
Yep.
Also about societal pressures and external validation. I think it should be a very great conversation, especially because Moya and I were in I claim early 20s, but I'm no longer in my early 20s.
Mid 20s, babes.
But I'm still in my early 20s until clock 28. I'm still in my early 20s. But I think a lot about your 20s is about finding yourself and finding who you are and just getting confident and getting just trusting who you are as yourself and becoming yourself. So we wanted to have that conversation. I think we've had a similar conversation before.
Yeah, but making the most of your 20s.
Making the most of your 20s.
With Chidema, the host of But What Do I Know podcast.
Yes. So if you've not listened to that episode, go listen to that episode.
Too good.
But this one is more in focus of more internal, because I feel like we're talking about more external things and how to make the most of our 20s. This time is more internal.
Self-love.
Yeah. And I'm really excited for the conversation.
Same here.
But before we get it going.
Before we get into the meat and the bones of this podcast, of this episode, what have you been up to, my love?
What have I been up to? Love Island.
Love it.
Love Island. If you listen to our last episode,
Islanders.
I love Ariana Maddox.
She's too good.
But if you listen to our last episode was actually a Love Island recap because we are obsessed. We are deep.
Too good.
Oh, we are into deep. And the season started a little shaky, but I'm actually quite entertained.
I am.
We are halfway through the Love Island franchise, or this
for this season, USA particularly. And right now we're at the part where Taylor picks Clark over Alondra, and I'm actually so excited that he didn't pick her.
I'm excited for the clarity.
Yeah,
and I hope that she grabs that
I hope she gets it. And I'm like, oh, it's gonna be over. She'll say, no, Alondra, please
get up,
stand up.
She has a beautiful babe.
She's so gorgeous. Hey.
Anyway, this is not our recap episode.
Sorry.
Go listen to our recap episode.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we're thinking that maybe we might come back at the end of our season to do or when the season finishes for Love Island,
maybe we can do
a final recap.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what I've been doing. We play pickleball, even though the girls, they're slacking. I said I want to do pickleball once a week. Nothing have I heard from the girls.
Can I speak?
Go.
Number one.
Okay.
My weekends are unfortunately all booked.
Okay, so you don't have time for me is what you're saying?
No.
That's what you just said.
The time involves this podcast, by the way. This booked weekend involves this podcast.
Is that time for me?
No. Do you want to pickle after this? Do you have the energy for that?
I don't.
Thank you. And then the other energy or other times are after work. If I'm not doing therapy after work, I'm not doing swimming, so the time is limited. Okay. I'm down for July 1st.
Okay.
Is that your call?
Can you see July 1st as in the Tuesday?
Yeah.
I can't do the Monday morning.
This is how...
I'm not in the city. What am I supposed to do? We'll table this.
This is our
come
friendship.
Back to this.
But I'm available the 5th of the... It's so hard booking things sometimes. And I still feel like we still have just had our own friendship dates this summer.
Yeah.
Anyway, I feel like we're having
we'll find time.
An intimate conversation in the podcast.
Find time. But pickleball has been fun. I'm also currently doing 75 medium. with a twist and
I
twist.
need to go back to that.
You know, if you listen to the start of the season, we had just started, and I left Moyo. I was like, I don't got the capacity for this.
And I wanted to, I started just 45. I ended up doing 75. I was very proud.
No, but I'm doing 75 medium with a toast and twist.
Period.
I cannot be following other people's rules. I know what works for me.
What do you mean you should work out twice in a day? I want us to be outdoors and do what works for you,
I'm doing physical activity every single day.
Period.
I've only been in for 1 week, so check in about 30 days and see where I'm at.
30 days. Next week, we got to check in every week.
Well, we'll check in every week. You can check in every week.
Oh,
they
not them. Okay, no problem.
Check in with me at the end of the month.
No problem.
Well, what have you been up to then?
Honestly, I've been enjoying summer. I'm trying to go out for brunch. I'm trying to utilize the sun and this weather and just
I can't tell.
Like yesterday I went for brunch with my friend and the sun, it was on the patio as well. Like we had brunch on the patio and the sun was burning my back.
And you loved it.
And I was like, ow. But I loved it. Because in Jamaica I had like a tan, like a bikini line. Oh, a tan, But now, no tan. It has covered the lighter part. Like it's all one color now. Nice. So I just...
No, we had a heat wave though, which was not really cute. But even though Moyo is like, as long as it's...
I think we will not complain. We've seen worse in the winter times. No, there's AC. Go inside your house.
AC outside.
But when you go outside, you go inside later.
The heat wave was a little bad.
It was, but
yeah,
I enjoyed it.
I know you did.
Thank you. But yeah, I've just been doing that. Really Love Island. The Ultimatum, another reality show.
Moya's a reality TV girl. She has not said it 500 times on this podcast.
And this is the queer version. This is currently June 29th. So happy Pride to anyone who celebrates. But I'm currently watching the queer version of the Ultimatum. You know what they say about lesbian love?
What they say?
They've moved in like the next week of seeing each. So can you imagine what
they're fast?
They're fast. So can you imagine what the love is like? So the Ultimatum is way better than the straight one. That's what I'll say. I
don't watch the Ultimatum on like a lot of reality TV, but
it's all right. Love Island is the daddy of them all.
It's not the daddy of them all.
That's what I'm gonna say. That's all. Anyway, but yeah,
it's been, I think, compared to like the start of our last episode, you listened to Love Island episode, we were a little down. And so glad to see smiles on our faces.
Honestly,
because before the last episode, I was crying.
That's true. Praise God, somebody. Praise God.
But yeah, so I hope your week is going well. I hope that you're in a great spirit while you listen to this podcast. And if not, I hope that our voices and our energy
brings you up
and brings a smile to your face. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram. That's where you can also just check in with us routinely on a daily basis at Peace in the Podcast _TM.
Good job, babes.
But yeah, so follow us there and catch up with us there. And yeah, all right. So we've talked a lot about what have we been talking about? We've been talking for a long time.
Oh, a long time.
If you're watching this on YouTube,
this is not the full version. You gotta go to Spotify or Apple Podcasts.
Because we're talking for an hour plus.
Yup. My mom said they pay me small.
And this is probably where the YouTube video is going to start from.
Yup.
But we've talked a lot about like our just finding ourselves and just external validation and like societal pressures and how we've been dealing with that.
Yep.
And I think kind of the resolutions that we've pointed to is more pursuing happiness, self-love, and getting more confident in who we are. So let's talk more about self-love and like that, getting that confidence.
Cute.
Before we go into like self-love itself, is there one specific thing that comes into mind that you used to criticize yourself a lot for before and that has changed, or that you have not come to embrace?
Honestly, everything. And that, I feel like, is a very vulnerable question, because this topic, self-love, is a touchy one for me, because that's something I'm currently working on. But I think, especially when you've grown up in a household where you're criticized quite a bit, it's very hard to have a voice that is your own.
Yeah.
Because at this point, the voice I have is not just mine that is criticizing me. It's my parents, it is society, it's exactly, especially with like mother, daughter. Anyway, but I would say, I'm not trying to get into it, but I would say myself, like, there's just a lot when it comes to the big one that used to be a major, like, mental toll would probably be like my body. And that's definitely from mother-daughter dynamic. But yeah, I think that was like myself, I'm like my biggest critic, and everybody that I know and who loves me, they've told me that. But I think what I'm trying to embrace now is also myself. I think different aspects of myself, like my body, my head, my lips. Like, I make jokes about certain parts of my body, and those are probably the parts I'm insecure about. Or even just like my mind as well, and like how I think. Because sometimes I'm like, oh, like all these business students, I'm probably not the smartest. But now I'm like, okay, but I'm here now and I'm in this space, so let's get with the program. So just like speaking nicely to myself, and really speaking, not just nicely, but speaking like I would speak to a friend. I can never tell a friend.
Yeah.
And I know my friends are smart, and I know the people, my loved ones are all smart. So I can't imagine telling or looking down at my friends saying, oh yeah, like this is this, you should probably change this, or validating like their terrible thoughts. Yeah. So every time I get into like a sunken place, if I may will. A place where I'm just like beating myself down. I just think, what would I say to a friend right now?
Yeah.
And I would just say it to myself. So yeah, like, what am I trying to embrace? I'm trying to embrace myself. And I think I've come a long way. So but yeah, what about you?
I think when it comes to what I used to criticize about myself a lot, first thing that comes to mind is, like, I've gone through many phases of like criticizing my personality and like how I show up in spaces.
Yeah.
Because like we discussed earlier in this episode, I used to be very shy and now I'm outspoken. And even in both spaces, I've gotten like a lot of criticism. And I do agree with what you said, because a lot of the voices are also not my voices.
Honestly.
And this is why I think, as I'm not a parent, but I think childhood and the environments that you put your children in is very, very, very important. Because first, I used to have like more of a shy personality, and I used to be made fun of, like, oh, she doesn't talk, she doesn't like to talk, she's too shy, she can't speak to people, blah, blah, blah. And then now that I've even grown into myself, and I'm realizing like, oh, I'm actually not that shy of a person, like I'm actually quite outspoken.
Yeah.
I get called, oh, she's now the lawyer, she talks too much. Of course, why won't you have something to say?
Yep.
And so I think I've now come to a place where I have, especially with the journey of distancing yourself from other people's validation. Yeah. I'm coming to a place where I'm embracing my personality, and I'm like, oh no, I actually like who I am as a person, and I like how my personality shines differently in different spaces. I also feel you a lot on body image. I think that was the second thing I used to criticize a lot, because I think in the last maybe decade or two, my body has changed so drastically. And I know we wanted to talk about this, like a question that we wanted to bring up in regards to like body image and stuff. But my body has changed so drastically. My body has gone through a lot. And I don't know if I would say necessarily that I'm in a place where I have completely embraced my body as it is in this moment. I think I am just learning to embrace that my body will continue to change as it experiences more things. There were phases where I was like a lot smaller, and the places where I was bigger but I also felt not great. And there are places where now I'm still in a bigger body but I feel so much more healthier because like my habits have changed. So I think that is something that I'm learning to not necessarily embrace its state now, because who knows, I might look different tomorrow, and not just in just body size and shape, but God forbid I never wish to not be able-bodied, but like but people get pregnant. People like things changing in your body. I don't wish that upon us, but
Oh, you sorry. Me neither.
I don't wish that upon us, but like your body changes as it experiences more things. And I'm just learning to kind of work with my body and being able to embrace the different journeys and making sure that in the end I'm always just prioritizing health and well-being. But those are the things that I think my personality and my body, those are the things that I think I criticize the most, and I think I've come to a place where I actually truly embrace them.
And like not just embracing but like loving as well. Because but in terms of you made a comment about like us asking a question with body image and everything. So in terms of body image, your appearance, your style even, like has that played a part in your confidence in any way? In like your confidence journey, in anything at all?
Yeah, I think the more I embrace my body, I used to go through this phase of where I think I struggled with how my body showed up in spaces because I had ideas of, for example, let's think about style and clothes. I was desiring to wear specific outfits.
Okay.
Like I was like, it was the other way around. I was choosing the outfit and then trying to make my body fit the outfit.
Yeah.
In sense of like, I was like, oh, people wear this, people wear this, people wear this. And then I would try to wear those things and then I will end up like not feeling confident in how I'm looking because one, it wasn't my style.
Yeah.
It just looked like that was what was trending.
Yeah.
Or my body doesn't show up in this way.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to like mold it into this like thing. I noticed that my confidence has skyrocketed and completely changed once I started changing the narrative of like, actually, how can this fit my body? Like, what looks good for me? Not because it's a trend, but because like I never used to wear skirts.
And I
never used to wear skirts
it's
before
so cute.
Because I was just like, the idea of like a mini skirt to me, it seemed like, especially in our age group when we were in like university, it seemed like the combo was like a mini skirt and like a crop top, and like there was a specific style, and like my body doesn't fit into that style, and I had to really be like, okay, forget the clothes.
And it seemed like it was for a specific body type as well.
Yeah, and I'm like, you know what? Forget the clothes. Let's focus on our body first.
Yeah,
and like, how can I pick clothes that work for my body and accentuate my features and like, I got boobs. I can't be wearing the crop top. I can't be wearing the crop top that doesn't. Also, like, oh, they're mini skirts, but I got a fat ass.
I know that's right.
Hands will be outside in certain skirts. Like, what works for your body? What
honestly, you know, even that phrase, like a mini skirt should be like a belt. The girl that says it, it makes sense, but is. Anyway,
I'm not comment on people's bodies, but her yash looks good for her.
Exactly.
Like, that butt doesn't. That
you can't wait as a belt for sure, but and she was she's a Caucasian lady, so I'm just saying.
Like, learning to work with my body has made me so much more confident because I feel so much more like beautiful and confident and like in the clothes I wear because I'm buying clothes that fit my body. Like, I'm like, why was I trying to squeeze into rubbish before? So I think. Yeah, just finding my style, like, and also just caring for my body better, speaking to my body better, showing up for my body better, has definitely drastically changed my confidence. When before I thought I had to be confident, like I had to find, like, almost fake a confidence in my body, but like loving my body, loving my body better has made me more confident.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Me too. I fully agree. Yeah. But it's played a big role in my self-confidence. Like you mentioned how 2019 was a terrible year for you. It was same as, and it was mostly in relation to my body and everything. So I feel like it's really changed. Like, because I've had a weight loss journey and that has looked very like, I'll see some pictures from before and I'm like, oh, like, so because right now sometimes I don't feel like I've changed, but then I'll see some pictures and I'm like, oh yeah, you've definitely changed, Moyo. Or I like see some outfits, I'm like, oh
yeah,
I didn't know I wore that, or I didn't know now I wear this. Like, it's changed a lot, and I feel like my confidence has also increased, because there are some people on social media that really like help you to embrace what you look like. Like, the more I know, social media is not the best thing to have right now, but seeing other people who look like you and are thriving in the way. Hi.
No, can I ask a question?
Oh, okay.
I do want to preface that if the question is triggering, you cannot answer the question.
Oh, good. Fine.
Okay. But, and this is coming from a very honest place.
Speaking of your question, please.
But because you have mentioned that, like, oh, like you have gone through like a weight loss journey, and you're like, I sometimes wonder, especially when people go through weight loss journey, is like, are you more confident because like you love yourself more, or are you more confident because you have become in a like more conventionally attractive to other people, and people are cheering on this specific look of your body, and so that makes you more confident? Like, is it as a result of like, I'm just like going to love my body as it is and through the way it goes, or because other people like my body more now, like, that gives me confidence? Like, where do you think that lies?
I think it's both, if I'm being honest, because I think what triggered the weight loss journey was, I have many things, but I'm not going to share that. But I feel like the reason behind the weight loss journey was not just aesthetics. Yeah. Like, part of it was aesthetics. Part of it was like health related, because I would go to the hospital a lot and they'll be like, oh, it's because I'm obese. But it didn't track, because like the BMI isn't a great indicator of health. Yeah. So
look at you talking like a healthcare professional.
I know, I tried my best right there, but like but other than that, it also like impacted certain relationships in my life. So I was just like, you know what, and relationship with myself, with like other people. So like, you know what, I need to at least try. Yeah. And I think as I continued to try, and I was amazed at how I could change. Yeah. I was like, oh, I'm enjoying this lifting of weights. I'm enjoying like challenging my body. Yeah. I'm enjoying like stretching my muscles and like breaking things down, and I'm enjoying like seeing how things can work. But also sometimes it really just helps me mentally. Yeah. Like, it could go either ways. Like, if I'm struggling mentally, if I go to the gym, I might feel better, or I might go to the gym and it can trigger whatever I'm feeling and make me feel worse. So I feel like it's been a bit of both. Like, do I enjoy it? Because I feel like I'm a lot more accepted in people's eyes, if I'm being very honest. I feel like some people just think, oh yeah, like women, not just men, but I feel like women especially make more comments on my body than men, and they like big up me a lot more, and I find that a little interesting.
No, I think just like way in general, it's a very interesting topic. Yeah, because it's very like also. Like, there's a lot of societal pressures in that. Exactly. I just wanted to clarify
So I think because other people also like it, I'm like, but I've also been very mindful to not take those comments, like not to internalize it. Like, there were times when I've also made like boundaries with you and like other people saying, please don't comment on my body because it will mess me up. Like, I've accepted, I know what I know about my body, and I'll like keep it that way, because a lot of people don't know what other people are struggling with for them to look a certain way. Yeah. So it's almost like if you are affirming it, or affirming how tiny their waist looks, for example.
Yeah, you don't know what they did to get there.
They could be throwing up the day before or the day of. Like, there's so many things. So, but yeah, so I think it's a bit of both, of like me wanting it for myself and like okay, my back, I have this in my back, or like even like my skin. Sometimes I think my skin, not just like the way I look body wise or size, but like how my skin is like a big like pinpoint for me. So that is something that people don't really get to see because makeup is there. But even when there's no makeup, it's still something that some people will comment on.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's a bit of everything.
We've had a conversation about body image before. And I'm hoping that we might have more conversations. Well, depending on how Moya and I feel comfortable, because if we don't feel comfortable, you get nothing
for you.
But we'll get back to that. But I just really wanted to talk about, and I also want to challenge people to think about, like, people who think, especially if you're in the weight loss journey, and I think it's good to love, like, if your goal is to lose weight, I think it's good to love yourself and like champion your success.
Yeah.
I just think that sometimes I'd like to challenge people to think about where their confidence is truly coming from, because like we talked about,
that's true.
Things change. If you are put in a situation where you lose ability and like you gain that weight back, like, does that destroy you? Like, just things like that. I really want to challenge people to think about, where is your confidence truly coming from?
Yeah.
Is it coming from other people's validation, or are you truly just confident in seeing your body like grow and like watching your body go through journeys, both the good and the bad?
Yeah.
And it's a really hard thing. Like, it's really hard.
It's very difficult.
But yeah, is there a moment? Actually, I feel like we've talked about this, so I can even skip that. What are your current self-love practices? Like, what are you doing right now to grow that confidence and making sure that like you're...
Oh my gosh, I love this question. Right now, I have a couple. One is, I bucket them in different areas of my life. So there's one that's like more spiritual, and then there's one that is more mental, emotional, physical. So, but right now, just say working out. So I really, truly,
like, Moya enjoys it.
Yeah, but I also feel like it really helps me to feel connected to myself.
I was about to say, it grounds you too.
Yeah, like I truly feel like it grounds me, because when it's off, it makes me feel like,
and you can
there's
tell
something missing.
Not only just tell in like, and not to put in your answer your question for you, but like, it's not even in regards to physicality. I can tell the difference in your mood and how you show up in places, and I can also use it as a pointer to tell if things are going well and if things are not going well. Because if Moya is saying like she has not worked out all week, you know that the week has
down. Exactly. So I'm like, I cannot be bothered with this. But then it's also like, if I try it when I'm really down, it's really like, this is the only thing I'm holding on to right now that is making me really go hard at this work. But so I think working out really helps me to stay grounded and makes me feel like, oh wow, look at you did that, like, good job. Or even if it's just like a walk or something. And then I'm like active, like, I think staying active makes me feel like mind blown that the body can do certain things. Because when I that my ankle, that I say, wow, this body can really go through things.
And like the fact that the ankle's back together healed itself.
Okay, I will say it's still 98%. That means 2%.
Obviously.
Is this what they say when they're like, your body doesn't go back to 100% as the 20s? I'm feeling it, because I'm like, if I move this ankle anyhow, it just... But so the other one that I would probably say is like affirmation cards. So I got these deck of Yoruba affirmation cards when I went to Nigeria.
It's really cute.
And so it's just been really helpful. And there's some affirmations I've gotten off of like TikTok and like different things. So I would do gratitude journaling every day. I try, like this summer I've been really off with it, but I tried to do that, and it asks for like daily affirmations. So I would put like 1 or 2, and the one that I'm currently like dwelling on is happiness is my choice, because it's like life is really somehow
it's dynamic,
so you have to really
have to choose joy.
You really have to choose joy. And even if it's like the littlest things in your world, joy, you really have to make it your own. So I think those are the 2 things that are really helping me right now with self-care
and like self-love.
How about you? And self-love, like talking to myself as like a friend. I think I already said this in the past, but
I think a lot of practices that are helping me in my self-love journey is, one, surrounding myself with people that also love me. I feel like especially when we talk about external validations and like when we're talking about finding yourself, you are really, really, no matter how much you nurture yourself and like nurture your internal self, you're really also influenced by the things around you. So if you are surrounded by people who are telling you every day, your body does not look good. Yep. Oh, I don't like the way you speak. Why is your voice so high? Please. What kind of shoe are you wearing? Oh, what kind of career you've not gotten? Why is your paycheck this? Like if you're surrounded by there's only so much you can resist such negative energy.
Yeah.
So making sure that I'm surrounding myself that with people who love me, and emphasis on it's not yes men, it's not people to hype me up all the time, but when people genuinely love you, even if they have critique about you and how like you can better yourself, you will always be aware that it's coming from a place of love. It will always be for the betterment of yourself. So making sure that I am picking my people right. 2, routine. Like having a routine has been the best thing that I've done for myself, and that can look different in different ways. A lot of the times is I've just realized that I'm a morning person. I like a morning routine. I like waking up early. I just like having time for myself before I have to give time to anybody else. Like that includes my job, the people in my life, and everything. I feel like it's almost like that cliche saying when they say fill your cup before you fill other people's cup. Damn story. But yeah, like I really like being. There's just something about being up before everybody and like the silence of it. Like I know people are always saying, "Oh, why can't you just walk out in the evening?" I've tried and it doesn't do the same for me. There's something about like a quiet gym. I don't know how I used to do that. The evening working out. Do you still do that?
No, not a lot.
I can't.
Like 10, I wouldn't be working out.
Like yeah, I like a quiet gym. I like just me, my music, myself. I go to my gym usually around 6 a.m. Silence.
Wow.
And like I'm alone with my thoughts. I can do my devotion.
You listen to music?
Yeah, I listen to music, and I'm alone with my thoughts. Sometimes I do my devotion while I'm like either on the treadmill and stuff, just to multitask.
Yeah,
but yeah, just and like not denying. Another thing about self-care is like although I'm doing a lot of the things that make me healthy, not denying myself from things that I truly enjoy, even though they're quote unquote unhealthy. So I will have an ice cream once or twice.
Yeah.
I will have a good boom chicka popcorn if that's what I'm feeling. Unless like it's outside of a challenge. Like now I'm doing my 75, so I can't have those. But like not restricting myself from things that also bring joy has been very helpful. But yeah, so those are the things I think about.
Lovely.
Also in regards to my self-care practices.
Cute.
In general.
Well, yeah. That's you guys, what are your self-care practices? Let us know.
Maybe we'll nab one. We'll grab one from you.
I think to wrap up and to reflect, we'd like to ask you guys questions. So I think the first one here is just what's one thing you're loving about the person you're becoming? So Tosan.
Yeah.
Let us know, guys, what is one thing you're loving about yourself, about the person you're becoming. Yeah. Maybe we should read the book Becoming by Michelle Obama.
Book club. We have to talk about book clubs.
Yeah.
But yeah, what's one thing I'm loving about the person I'm becoming? I am truly loving like I am in this space where I actually like myself.
Oh,
like
that's cute.
I like myself. I like that. Like if you put me in another person's body, I'm like, oh, would this be a person like you want to hang out with and you want to be friends with? Like I genuinely like myself. And some people might say that might be a little narcissistic. But like I'm currently in a place where like I like myself and I'm trying my best to spend more time with myself and prioritize myself. Now I'm in a season where that's a little hard because I barely have any free time anymore. But I think I love that I like that I'm becoming a person that I like a lot.
That's good.
What about you, Moya?
I think confident, or I'm really liking that I'm becoming more confident in my choices and my intuition, because sometimes I was like, oh my gosh, let me like ask my friend, like, is this what it is? Or my body would tell me and my mind and everything would tell me to run and I still pursue. So like with certain things, like my old job, I knew when I had like an option to choose between like two different jobs, I knew the one that I didn't want, but I was still trying to like convince myself.
Yeah.
So just trusting my gut and trusting my intuition and being okay that like whatever choice I make will be okay. But yeah, so I think that's something that I'm currently learning.
Do you think you will ever fully like find yourself, or do you think like this self-care journey will continue to unfold?
I think it's always unfolding. Sorry, I'm so young. It's crazy what my life will look like.
It's so crazy that we think that when we know ourselves now. Like,
that's
imagine
insane.
At 50, imagine at 40.
Imagine with kids. Like, if we do decide to have kids or get married, like, especially when they say marriages and like everything is, you see yourself more and you become more. Wow, that's me. So like even in like relationships as well, you get to see yourself. Like, wow, the mirror is. Can you clean it? Can you clean it?
At least dust it a little bit.
So, yeah, it's just really interesting. I really think it continues to unfold. Yeah. But you guys, please let us know. Do you think you can know yourself once and for all, or you gotta keep going? But I think we've come to the end of the episode.
We really have. It's been a long one.
It has.
But I also find like just talking about self-discovery and like self-journey is always like is a non-ending conversation.
Yeah.
And I know that we've had this conversation in the past. I'm sure we'll come back to this conversation again as we continue to grow and evolve. But again, don't forget to let us know, what do you like about the person that you're becoming?
What do you like about yourself? Sorry.
Yeah, what do you like about yourself? Let us know in the comments. Please don't be shy to comment.
If you're shy, then we'll be shy to bring out more videos.
Yes. And we'll be shy to release episodes too.
Look at that.
So let us know. Let us know if you feel like you are still discovering yourself. Let us know what self-care practices work for you. Let us know your struggles with external validation and societal pressures. And I really hope you really, really enjoyed this conversation. I believe in the next episode, we're still going to be talking about self-care a little bit more.
Yeah.
But with a guest.
And more in the self-care practices.
Yes.
We'll hone in on that. But yeah.
But I hope you enjoyed the episode. Don't forget to subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms. So we have Instagram, Peas in the Podcast _TM. We have TikTok, which is peasinA.podcast.
Period.